the Bridal Box today. We're going to talk all things photography and ask her some questions that brides and grooms want to know about booking photographers and what to expect, all that kind of thing that only a photographer can answer. So welcome, Holly.
Thank you.
So how did you get into photography?
It was a sort of early teenage hobby. When I was 10 years old, my little sister was born, so I just loved taking pictures of her growing up. And around 16, a couple of my mum's friends got married, so I did their wedding.
Really? At 16?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then I did photography A-level and got an A-star, and rather than going to university, I just thought, I know I love doing this, and I set up my business. And it went from there, yeah.
Wow. How did you feel when you did your first wedding as a wedding photographer?
Nervous. Yeah, I mean, it's such a huge thing, but I absolutely love it. I fell in love with it from the first one I did. It's just such an amazing thing to do.
I think that shows in your photos, though, that your love of it and your excitement, enthusiasm for it, that does come through, doesn't it? Because when you look at your pictures, not every wedding is the same.
Yeah.
You haven't got the same photos in every wedding.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
Yeah, I don't approach weddings with the same method. It's very much who the people are in that moment,
right? And
all their guests and what's unique about them, and it's all about who they are. And I try and capture that in the photos rather than having a set way of doing anything.
That's nice.
Yeah,
it's more personal. Yeah,
so
definitely.
Is that what a bride or groom or couple looks for in a photographer? Do they need to look for something in a photographer?
Yeah, so because there are varying different styles of photography. So you've got your traditional, which is more about the stage photos, and what I am is a documentary photographer. So I think it's important for couples to sort of decide what is important to them photography wise, whether they want those stage photos or whether they want the natural ones that sort of tell the story more.
Yeah, so people kind of, when you meet them then, you kind of almost have to build that friendship up first. Yeah, I love sort of building a rapport with all my couples, and then on the day itself, I'm less of a photographer who's just there and it's just oh my god, who are you, and more of a friend who they can be more open with.
Yeah, because you're spending the day with them on their very important day.
Yeah.
So you've got to be somebody that, they're comfortable to be around. What do you think is a couple's biggest worry about a wedding photographer?
I guess that they won't feel comfortable in front of the camera, and that they'll worry how they'll come across. So I think it's important to choose someone who you trust to be able to capture the best of you.
I think that's the biggest thing that we hear a lot in here, is when a girl is stood in here and talking about her wedding, it's having their photos taken. That's the thing that they worry about the most.
Yeah.
It's arms. It's always arms.
It is.
Brides and their arms. They always say to us that they hope that when we take pictures or when the photographer takes pictures on the day that we don't get their arms, which 9 times out of 10 they're lovely. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. But so do you get that a lot as well? Then, do you?
It's it's such sort of self-image can be such a big thing, and I totally get that because I'm recovered from an eating disorder, so I totally get how daunting it can be to be in front of the camera.
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate what a big deal that is, and so I always just try and capture the sort of best of my couples.
Bring out their personalities.
Bring out their personalities, and I always think a smile is the most beautiful thing about a person. So it's just all about capturing what makes someone beautiful, I think.
I think, let's face it, when we all look at photos of ourselves, we are our own worst critics, aren't we?
All the time, we're horrible about ourselves.
As a photographer, you're there to capture the couple's beauty and their love, and that's why you're there on the day. You're seeing past the I've got to stand up straight, I've got to breathe in. You're capturing that moment, aren't you? And I think that's what people have to hold on to, is that you're capturing the moment.
Yeah, just
that in 20 years' time they're still gonna
remember why you're there. Remember, you know, that you're marrying the person who loves you the most, and that it's a happy day, and just embrace that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, your favourite moment of a wedding?
I was just about to ask. Yeah, what's your favourite part? So obviously you meet this couple and you build up a rapport with them, and they have exciting parts. But what's your favourite part?
I think I don't have a favourite bit, because like all weddings are so different and can be completely unpredictable. So, you know, my favourite photo from every wedding is probably completely different from wedding to wedding, and I love every moment of it. I love it. It's a bit cooler, so you know everyone's not stressed out about how hot they are.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's autumn. It's a really lovely time.
So for photos and things, people always say about the weather and if the weather's going to be bad, but actually, photo-wise, you get some of the best images, don't you?
Yeah. So whenever any of my couples sort of worry about the weather, you know, in this country you can't predict it anyway, but I'll be there to capture the moments in your day, no matter what the weather is.
Yeah.
And I'll always be able to find someone nice to do the photos. So yeah, just enjoy the day and trust that I'll be able to capture it, no matter what the weather is doing.
Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it? Yeah, because afterwards it doesn't matter what the weather did. It's all about the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long do people need to, like, when do you need to start thinking about a photographer? From what we understand, it's one of the first things that should be done, because you guys get booked up real quick, don't you?
Yeah, so I would say, like, as soon as you've got your venue, definitely start thinking about a photographer. You know, I book at least a year in advance, if not 2. Some dates, some dates I get so many inquiries for them, and I just get so sad that I have to turn them away, because, you know, I'm already booked for that date, even though it's, like, over a year away.
Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as you've got your date, start thinking about, you know, which photographer you want, and try and secure them as soon as possible, because otherwise you'll be disappointed.
Yeah, no, that's true, isn't it? It's important to do that, definitely.
So how do you go about even booking a photographer? Like, do brides and grooms couples, like, do they research online? Do you have loads of people that we know have had like pre-wedding shoots, haven't they? Is that a thing? Like,
straight from the beginning, I would recommend just going online, finding a load of different photographers, because the internet's great, and just comparing them, seeing what you like, finding, you know, who the best one is for you, and also like reading about them as well, because, you know, you are spending the day with them, you want someone who you like.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, maybe meet a few, see if you have a rapport with them, and then, you know, once you're booked in, if you've got a pre-wedding shoot included, that's awesome, because we get to meet up and hang out, and like gets you even more comfortable for the big day.
Yeah. Just breaks that ice a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, okay. So what about then after the wedding? What happens then? Like, how do people receive their photos?
Yeah,
like,
so,
how does that happen?
So I take about 4 to 6 weeks to go through all the photos and deliver them all. And
how many photos do you take on a day?
On a day I can take upwards of about 5,000 photos.
No way.
Yeah.
And you go through them all.
I go through them all. Yeah, it's a big job. Yeah.
Do you enjoy that though? Like the editing side of it?
I do. I love it. Yeah.
So you get there from when they the couple's getting ready?
Yeah.
Or...
So I'm there from getting ready through to, you know, I say a few songs after the first dance, but normally I'm there for much longer, because the dance floor photos are just my favourite. I love them. Yeah, I really love them. Yeah, so then thousands of photos to go through, and then I pick all the best ones, hand edit them all, and then it's about a minimum of 500 photos my couples get, but I sort of give as many good ones as I have.
Wow, that's amazing though, isn't it? Amazing.
And then you present them, don't you?
I do.
In a little box. I love this.
It's so cute.
Thank you.
So, you get the little USB stick. That's nifty. A few chocolates. Some pictures. all in your own personal box, which is
lovely,
so
it's
pretty.
beautiful.
And the keepsake in itself, I just think is really lovely.
Yeah, because the way I saw it was like, the whole wedding is so special, and I wanted to, because this is like the last thing you sort of get from it.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be just as special as like everything else.
Yeah, definitely.
Final
Yeah.
presentation. It's lovely.
And albums, people, not everyone goes for an album, do they? But I think they're lovely.
Yeah, it's really nice to have.
And they are more
physical.
like a book now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like photo books, aren't they?
Yeah, so you haven't got the sort of plastic that can like deteriorate over time, and photos.
Do you remember that peeling back the sleeve
Yeah.
and putting the photos in?
Yeah.
They are so pretty.
Thank you.
They are, they're lovely.
And I do think it shows in Holly's photos how comfortable people are around you.
Yeah.
Because they do look relaxed. At the most nervous time of the day, when people are getting ready, people are relaxed around you, and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Because like you said, people's image of themselves, when there's a camera around, it's that whole Chandler and Friends moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm smiling,
Yeah.
I can't smile properly.
Yeah.
And to bring out the best in people is actually a lovely thing to do, isn't it? So you must get great satisfaction out of your job.
I love it, yeah.
It's not really a job though, is it?
No,
You
it's
just love
not.
it.
Yeah, I'm so lucky.
Oh, that's so lovely, isn't it?
So people's not insecurities, that's the wrong word I suppose, but people's worries, do you find that as the hours go on, when they've spent more time with you, they tend to then relax more?
Yeah, and obviously alcohol helps.
Definitely. Smile comes out a little bit more.
But yeah, I think once you just sort of get into the day and just start enjoying yourself, and then you sort of you forget I'm there really as well, and then it's just it's so much nicer and easier just to relax into it.
Do you give people an idea of the kind of photos that you're going to take through the day, or do you get them to give you a list of what they might want?
Because I'm a documentary photographer, people sort of book me knowing that I will just take whatever's happening in that moment.
Okay.
The only thing that I sort of ask of them is sort of what group photos are important to them.
Yeah.
But again, I don't do too many of those because no one wants to do that. No one wants to stand in a line and in the sun and like.
Yeah.
So I try and get them done as quickly and as fun as possible so that people can enjoy themselves.
I personally think it's really important to have a photographer. But with this day and age, with people with camera phones and things, when people say, "Oh, everyone's got really good cameras on their phones," but it's not about that, is it?
No.
It's about capturing the moments that go on through the whole of the day.
That isn't a selfie, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think that we know now how to take photos that aren't either selfieized, if that's even a word, or like filtered, or do you know what I mean? And I think like a photographer can't do that. So it's I think it's important to have a photographer because you will see things that
I spend the whole day just watching people and waiting for people to laugh and that sort of thing, where that is my skill set, that is what I've spent years doing. And just capturing something on a phone just isn't the same.
No.
And also the couple know that you're going to be there all day to do it, instead of thinking, okay, I'm bored now, I'm going to put my phone down and I'm off to the dance floor to party.
You just have no idea what your guests are going to take.
Exactly.
What blurry, bad angles.
No, exactly. It's that whole bad angle thing as well, because that, as our brides talk about in here, is knowing, how to get the best out of somebody, to make them look their best, that they're going to look back on their wedding photos and think, oh I love that, I love how I look, instead of thinking, oh, that's an awful angle and I don't like that. That's really important, isn't it?
I've got to ask, like, because you are that style of photographer, like more of a documentary photographer, do you find, and you said yourself, like, you spend all day watching people, do you find that you are a bit of a people watcher? Like, do you kind of like go out and you're like, wish you had a camera on you to just get that moment, like you love watching people like out for dinner and stuff?
I love observing. It's great. In a group of people, I'm just sort of normally the quiet one. It's just like
taking it all in.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, gosh.
I think from talking to you, we can see your enthusiasm and your love of what you do, and actually, you've made some really important points that hopefully everyone will agree that a photographer, you have got to have that relationship and that connection with your photographer for them to get the best out of you, and for you to get the best out of your photographer because of what you're left with. Because at the end of the day, it is all you're left with, isn't it? It's your photographs. And you want that day captured, all that time and effort that you've made into that day and all that planning. You want your photos at the end of it so you can look back in 20 years' time and remember it and still love it. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
I think pictures bring back those moments. People look at a photo, even if it is not like, you know, I do it all the time, like look at a picture on my phone, I'm like, oh, you remember that day? Like, and obviously your wedding days, one of the biggest and most important days of your life.
And another thing about it is that so much will happen on your day that you won't even be aware of. You know, my brides and grooms are only in one specific place, whereas I'm going everywhere. I'm seeing everything, and so much happens that you just have no idea about. And then you look through your photos afterwards, like, oh my god.
Weddings have changed, haven't they? And actually, I think in a really nice way, because you have got they're so personal now. They're not done in a certain way. They are a real sort of open book, if you like. You don't know what any day's going to go like. No two weddings are the same. So, like you said,
goes now.
It's nice to document it in the photos that you can see it all afterwards and relive it all. That's what it's all about.
Aww. Thank you so much for coming in and speaking to us. I think it's been really helpful, and I think our brides will benefit a lot from watching this, and any couple out there will benefit a lot from watching it.
Holly, what's your website so people can find you?
It's hollycollingsphotography.com.
And we'll put a link up so you can find Holly and you can see her lovely images. She's done so many of our brides, and I can vouch for the photos. They all look gorgeous. It's lovely. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks. Bye.